Alright, so good morning. Good morning, everyone. Is it okay if I speak without a microphone? You hear me? Even in the back? Alright. Good. So, once again, my name is Jakub. I hope you had your morning coffee or any other drugs just to keep you awake during my presentation. I did. I choose a topic about online communities in offline world, basically because it's something I find interesting. If you want to read, feel free to use my Twitter nickname, which is Shildani. And well, let's begin. So this is some random picture from a photo bank which I found trying to search for network, social media, something, which is your social media audience. Okay, you've got some anonymous guys, somehow connected with the bubbles, which means they probably like to talk. So it's an audience, it's a network, and the question is this a community? Not sure about that. What is a community? I would be pretty happy if you interrupt me anytime you feel like it. So please, somebody ask me, what do you think is a community?
They have something in common.
Something in common, all right. Anything else? Communicate. Hopefully, yes. Anything else?
They share values and interests.
Same interest. Great, possible. Anything else?
They share values.
Okay. The first problem I found when I was thinking about it is that you got these anonymous guys. You know nothing about them. They could be maybe this guy, possibly. It could be your grandma. It could be the Texan hippie, I don't know. Or it could be this not even existing plot in the Czech. The problem is to find out who are your people, who are the people that are listening to your brand and social networks. But you got these people, you talk to them, they talk to you. It's still not a community. A community is something which has its own, let's say, rules. It doesn't need to be only values, but it has some rules. It is internally consistent. So what I think is a community would be this picture. What's interesting about it? You find a lot of people there. Some people with little kids, some groups talking just to each other, but they are still all at the same place. Basically, the difference between online and offline community is that the online community is not supposed to gather in a real world somewhere. This is the offline one. You see, they gathered for some purpose. Well, when I was preparing this presentation, I thought to myself, so is the purpose something that makes the community a community? My colleague told me it's the community that makes the community a community. That's just bullshit. Forget about it. Yeah, purpose is nice, values also. But I thought it would be good to go deeper somewhere. And what came out to my mind is that something that needs to be in a community are emotions. I think this is absolutely true when I say there has never been a community ever which would be based on not having a feeling about something. Can you imagine a community of people who don't care about bed sheets? What would they talk about? Well, I have no particular opinion on bed sheets. Me too. Yeah. I would like someone to tell me, for example, this girl, well, what's her name? Emma. Tell me something that you love. Just anything. First thing that pops up on your mind. Cider. Great. Something that you hate? Mornings. Good. Do you know, becomes a question, do you know someone who loves ciders too? Fantastic. You know someone who loves sightseeing? You know someone that hates mornings? Right. So we got these emotions, and we get as people who know about each other, they have the same feelings about something. So now, we want a community, we need to get this feeling for them, these emotions, we need to make it. But what should we make the emotions about? So does it mean that I'm supposed to post funny pictures on my Facebook timeline? No, goddammit. You are supposed to build it around something that's important for your brand. What is important for your brand? Is the brand actually. Build emotions around your brand, about the product. There's a problem, of course. You have a product that is, I don't know, weapons. How do you build positive emotions about weapons? Okay, you need to find your audience. There probably is someone who loves weapons. So the brand should stand in the core of the emotions. That's how I feel about communities and about building them. You need to connect them with your brand by feeling. When you do that, the community sticks together. Here comes a slide about one of our clients. In fact, it's the only client we talk about. You might have seen some presentation by Petra Lisek, and it's always about Big Show. So what we did for Big Show. 1.5 months ago, we made this Facebook ad. And it was connected to the fact that Big Show was introducing a new flavor, fruity juicy. Don't mistake it with juicy fruit. No connection. And we wanted to introduce it to the community of people who love Big Show, who send us photos of Big Shows, of themselves drinking them, of towers filled over cans. Those people are really looking forward to any information, any news we provide them with. So we built this app. How did it work? We introduced part by part information which people could use to find some other data. The data were actually coordinates. And when they found all of them, they were able to use a map and find a place on the map. And in that particular place, the Big Show was hidden. The Big Show, Fruity Juicy, was hidden. There were a number of these cans, and the fans really got into it. They talked about it, they exchanged their information we provided them with, and finally they went for the cans. Some of them wrote to us, they needed to go for 30 kilometers, and they didn't find a fucking can. So they went somewhere else just to find it, just to find a new flavor, which is pretty fantastic. We managed to get the people from their computers somewhere out. And what is really beautiful, we have no hard data for it, but the first number of cans, I'm not allowed to say the number, but it's a huge number, was sold in a half time it was expected to. We think it might have been because of the buzz, of the word of mouth, of the community buzzing. So when we look at it from more global point of view, what we did is that we gave them something new. Something new from the brand that they love, and we made them think of it. We made them work with it. We got, when I say tens, 100 responses from them, which is the best feeling. When you give them something and they give back. That's how community works. I would like to know how many of you work for some agencies and have their Facebooks I care about it? Hands up. Anyone? Okay. How about the rest of you? Is there anyone from the companies who take care of Facebooks? Okay. What about else? What you do? Tell me, please.
just want to be social media managers.
One of these. Okay. I just wanted to ask whether if there's any of you who has some experience with a community that is actually working, like living community.
Apple.
Apple. How does it work with Apple?
It works very well. We love Apple and we share, we help each other.
It depends.
All right. Any other example of a brand which has
Well,
great
Popovitsky Kolo, we have pretty huge community, and we are going to talk about it on social beer contest.
Oh. No commercial during my speech. Sorry. Anyway, what I wanted to say is we need to go further. We need to make one more step. We managed to get those people, as I said, from computers to the offline world. Where we need to get is to make those people interact in the offline world. Because they are a community, undoubtedly. And the thing is that offline and online communities are pretty similar to each other. But I think that you can get the most out of it when you are able to connect them. So that's pretty much from me now. Thanks for your attention. And if there are any questions, please just feel free to ask.
What about your other clients? What did you talk about?
I only thought picture. Maybe later.
Maybe you have noticed, maybe it's just my experience, but people live in the community online, but or when they meet, they have troubles to interact with them. How do you make them to work as a community in the offline world?
I don't think that this is actually so much true, because I've experienced communities like in MMORPG world, people playing the same online game, and when they gathered, they talked about the game. Like all the evening, several beers, nothing else but the game, what's happening today, tomorrow, yesterday. I have no other experience. I have never met a community who knows each other from online and doesn't work on the same topics, on the same basis in offline. So hopefully, well, that's what I think, that when you get the thing that the people are keen of, you can like transfer it online, offline.
Okay. Is it everything?
I think that it really depends on how deep is that relationship with that community to the brand. For example, at Big Shot, we managed to make some meetings. For example, on there's an International Day of Energy Drinks on the 15th of August, and there was only young people in the community. There was like child people around. I don't know what was the average age, about 15, 18, and like this. I can imagine there will come someone about 30 and will talk about them, about the energy drinks. Okay? And it really depends on how you focus on on what communities your brand is focused, you know. And I don't think so that the brand has to have only one community, but they have a lot of communities, and it takes much more work to work with them, and you know, just I don't know if it's true or not, but it depends on the discussion. I think that the people wanted to more to discuss, when you have an audience to discuss.
Yes,
Because there is a lot of newbie social media managers who wants to be social media manager. So.